Come on in, come on up, come on over for the merriest time of year. Come on up, come on in, get together for a good time. Smile, my dear. Come on in, come on up, come on over. We'll be dancing round the tree. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3.
Meals with Maria.
Welcome to Meals with Maria.
Yes, welcome to Meals with Maria. Today I have air fryer Christmas recipes. Now, these recipes have been so fun to make. Everything was incredible. I know that sometimes I kind of like shy away from the air fryer video. I know not everybody has one, but this is the perfect opportunity to watch a video on an air fryer. If you have one, get excited about the appliance that you do have, or get some ideas and ask for one for Christmas. Because my husband was just saying to me, he's like, wow, the air fryer has really become like a part of your staple, usage on a regular basis. Like, we couldn't live without it. And I was like, that is true, because it makes the best vegetables, amazing like pastries and stuff like that, which you wouldn't expect. So overall, I think it's a good buy. Maybe something to consider putting on your Christmas list. I have the Instant Omni, totally not sponsored, but I will put that down in the description box if you want to check out, what that air fryer looks like, because mine's like a toaster oven, so you can like cook like pizzas, cook your toast in there. It kind of replaces your toaster, and it's an air fryer, so it's like less stuff to put on the counter, personally, at least I think. So yeah, these recipes are awesome, and they are 100% Christmas worthy, so enjoy. All right, the first two recipes are for some delicious breakfast treats. These are definitely Christmas morning breakfast worthy. You're gonna want a can of Pillsbury Grand's Southern style biscuits, and we're gonna make jelly donuts. That's right, the biscuits will make jelly donuts. And I admit that I was skeptical at first. I thought, I think that these are probably just going to taste like a biscuit with jelly inside, and that's about it. And I don't know if it's the way that the air fryer cooks them, but these taste like real donuts, and you're using like 5 ingredients. It's crazy. So you want to cook those biscuits in the air fryer at 320 degrees for 5 to 6 minutes. Now, after that amount of time, I pulled mine out and I actually put them in for about another 5 minutes. While your biscuits are cooking, you can set up your topping and your filling. So I just melted a tablespoon of butter just in the microwave for like 30 seconds. And I put a bowl of 1/2 cup of sugar. And then you see I pulled out my piping bag and I tried to find the longest, thinnest tip for it that I could. I know that there are actual tips that are made for filling things like this. I just didn't happen to have one. And then I filled that by putting it in a cup with strawberry jam. Now you can use raspberry, you can use grape, you can use whatever type of jelly filling that you would like. Now I just tried to shove the piping bag as far into the biscuit without it coming out the other side, I guess, and then squeeze the jelly in there. You want to get like a nice full jelly into your biscuit. And then once they're all filled, I brush them with the butter and then dip them in the sugar. And I didn't even end up covering like the bottom part with sugar and butter, but you totally could do that if you'd like to. And they were phenomenal. Huge hit in my family, and I would definitely make them again. Like, they were so easy, and I don't know, just such a special treat. There's no doubt that this would be amazing on Christmas morning. Now the next recipe is a cherry cheese Danish. So I'm starting off with 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. And to that, I'm going to add a yolk from 1 egg. And then you want to separate this out and make sure that you leave the egg white off to the side. Add in a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar and about a teaspoon of vanilla. The recipe also calls for some lemon. I didn't have any, but if you have any, go ahead and add it. I will always put the full recipe down in the description box below. That's that vanilla that I forgot to add in earlier. So you just want to mix that until everything is really well mixed and there's no major clumps in this. It really is kind of like a cheesecake filling. You're going to need 2 containers of crescent rolls to make 8 pastries. You want to divide each package of crescent rolls into 4 equal pieces, and then you want to smash each of those pieces into a 3 or 4 inch diameter circle or oval. Mine turned out a little bit more oval, and you kind of see how I did this. See how those are not perfect, but they still turned out perfect when I cook them. They do look bakery quality, so just try your best because it actually is very forgiving. You want to fill each of the pastries with that cream cheese mixture and then paint the rest of the pastry with your leftover egg white. So I'm just using a perfect little brush that I have right here, and I also used a tiny little spatula that I absolutely love earlier. Everything that I'm using in this video, I will make sure to put down in the description box below. There is some great stocking stuffer ideas in there, and I think there's still enough time to order them before Christmas. Now you just want to shake a tablespoon of granulated sugar over the top of these. You want to cook these in your air fryer at 380 degrees for 5 minutes, followed by 320 degrees for 5 minutes. I'm not sure if that actually matters. I did follow the instructions, but you know, you could always give it a shot. Just hold 10 minutes at one. I'm not sure if they'll probably be just fine. And then I'm using this cherry pie filling. I just got this at Aldi. You can pretty much get it anywhere. You could totally do these with some raspberry jam or just keep them cheese if you'd like that. I think this recipe is pretty versatile and it is so delicious, and I don't know, these look bakery quality to me. Next recipe is for jalapeno poppers. So you just want to add a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil to a bowl and then cut open 6 jalapenos. So you just want to slice these in half and then de-seed them, take out all of the insides. It's not the easiest process, but it'll be totally worth it because these are absolutely delicious. Add your cut and de-seeded jalapenos to that bowl of olive oil and toss to coat. Air fry these at 400 degrees for 5 minutes and then let them sit to cool off. In the meantime, mix together 8 ounces of softened cream cheese with 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of onion powder, a little bit of milk or cream, like 1 to 2 teaspoons, and mix that all together. Once everything is really well mixed, add in salt and pepper to taste, as well as a 1/4 cup of shredded cheddar cheese and 4 slices of bacon crumbled. So I just cooked that bacon up in the microwave. A lot of times when I'm cooking with bacon and not just like eating it just as bacon, I will use the microwave. I cook it for about 4 minutes and it turns out nice and crispy, and I just find it's a really easy way to not use like a larger appliance and keep everything clean. I'm going to slice up 2 scallions and we're going to scatter those over the top of the poppers once they're done. You want to fill the jalapenos once they're cooked and cooled with all of the cream cheese filling. You want to cook that at 400 degrees for another 5 minutes. Then sprinkle with those scallions, and here are those delicious jalapeno poppers. These are a delicious addition to any holiday gathering. This recipe is for garlic Parmesan wings, and I got this idea from TikTok, if you can believe that. Now, you just want to put in a bowl a half a teaspoon of salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, and a teaspoon of baking powder. I hear that baking powder is the key to a crispy chicken wing, so gotta go with it. So here I have 1.5 pounds of chicken wings, and I am just making sure that those are nice and dry before I add them to my spice mixture. And I'm just making sure to coat them nice and well, and I'm putting them right into my air fryer basket. You want to cook these at 400 degrees for 30 minutes, flipping halfway through. Now in the meantime, I'm going to make the sauce for these. Simply mix together 1/4 cup of melted butter, 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, garlic powder, and dried parsley, as well as 1/4 teaspoon of ground pepper. Just mix that well, and then when your wings come out of the oven, toss those in that mixture. And it is amazing how these crispy wings, just all of that Parmesan and garlic just sticks to them, and butter, let's be real. But look how delicious these are. They are fall off the bone amazing, and everybody will rave about them. These are awesome. This next recipe is for a side, and it is just an air fryer broccoli, and it is amazing. The air fryer just does vegetables in its own special way, and you really can't go wrong. So you just want to take about 12 ounces of broccoli and cut those up into pretty small florets. And to that, you want to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, onion powder, and then about 1/8 teaspoon of salt and pepper. You're going to mix all of your ingredients really well and then add them to the bottom of your air fryer. Now, depending on the type of air fryer you have, you're going to want to add 2 tablespoons to the bottom of it. So in my case, I have more of like a toaster oven style. So I have 2 pans. One's like this black one that goes below, and then I have the fryer basket. I've added a couple tablespoons of water to the black pan, and then I'm putting the fryer basket on top of it in order to keep the broccoli from getting brown. This at 400 degrees in your air fryer for 5 minutes, and out comes this beautiful, I mean, look at the color on that broccoli. And then I just put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on mine. If you have some lemon or even some fresh garlic, go ahead and put that over the top of it as well. And I just made a small portion for my family, but you could make a lot more of this, and it's absolutely delicious. Like, it's such a great healthy side, and it looks beautiful on the Christmas table. The next recipe is a garlic Parmesan asparagus, also beautiful for your Christmas table. You just want to take about 1 pound or a bundle of asparagus, cut the bottoms off of those, and then cover that in about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. To that, add a tablespoon of Parmesan cheese and a teaspoon of garlic powder. Don't forget the salt and pepper, and then mix that up really well and put that in your air fryer basket. You want to cook this about 400 degrees for 7 minutes. And here is your beautiful finished result. This looks so great on the dinner table and tastes amazing. I want to thank you all so much for watching today. I so appreciate your time. If you could give me that thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. I've got more great holiday content coming for you soon. Happy holidays to everybody.